Hi everyone, back to the Evermore YouTube channel. It's Chris back with a match preview for Newcastle United's upcoming game this Saturday, 3 o'clock kickoff, if you can believe it, in this crazy Premier League fixture world. Newcastle are back on a Saturday at 3 p.m. We're not at home though, we're away down at Craven Cottage against Fulham, and the lads are looking to bounce back from a really disappointing draw against Everton. It must be said. More on the reason we drew that game in a second, and when I get into the lineup. But just before we do, a little reminder, as we always say, if you're just checking us out for the first time, good to see you. Smash subscribe on it, come and join us. We're close to 7,000 subs, we're within 50 something, so recommend us to family and friends. And if you're already subscribed, if you haven't, smash that button, come and join us. It's all free content, Evermore. But if you do want to help support the channel, help it grow, there is a little membership option down there too. You get exclusive early access to videos like this, and a few other goodies as well that me and Mark might knock up together for you in the background. So let's get stuck in. Tuesday night, minging result. I was in a boozer watching it as Mark was on post-match duties. He did a brilliant job, and thanks for all the love you guys showed him in the comments as well. But Newcastle started that game so brightly. Alexander Isak, absolutely brilliant, 15th Premier League goal. Took it like an absolute legend, put Branthwaite on his arse, made him look Mickey Mouse. Great goal. And I thought, we'll push on, had chances after that, a couple of decent saves from the crazy Mackin' Jordan Pickford, but we just didn't capitalise. We didn't have anybody to change the game. We didn't have any impact players off the bench because they were all on the pitch. Elliot Anderson was outstanding. Isak looked good. Barnes was in and out of the game at moments as well. We missed Anthony Gordon's guile, no doubt about that, but he is back for this game coming to the weekend, thank God. If Anthony Gordon had played on Tuesday, we would have won that game in all fairness. But, we got a goal ruled out, everything else, and then Lewis Hall gets cramp, who had a good game, I thought, yet again, Lewis Hall. So he's going to be in my lineup in a second when you have a look at that. And then Paul Dummett came on, and Jesus, awful. Absolutely fucking awful. If anyone thinks Paul Dummett should get any extension in his contract, look at that on Tuesday night and then make your mind up straight away. What is he doing? What is he doing? He looks like he's trying to do the RKO or a Stone Cold Stunner on the Everton player who's nowhere near the ball. Shocking. And that should tell the owners and everybody else involved with the club we need to do better, and we need to have better to come off the bench to replace the injured players in the starting 11. But I'm not getting into that. Mark covered it all really well on Tuesday night. But Jesus, we need to bounce back in this fixture. Getting 4 points from the first 2 games of these massive 10 games isn't the worst thing. I thought we would have drawn against West Ham and then maybe beat Everton. So we're technically on target for the same points total that I thought we were going to get. So it's not the end of the world. I'm not going to start pissing in my pants, but we need to really get a result here at Fulham, to push on and help in this push for European football. We're sitting in 8th at the moment. So we didn't really move thanks to the other fixtures on the Tuesday and Wednesday night. We're still above Brighton by a point with 2 points on Wolves. We're a point behind West Ham, who obviously didn't get the business done against Spurs either. So the fixtures went in our favour. We're taking on Fulham, who are sitting in 13th, the 5 points behind us, and they got battered 3-1 by Nottingham Forest, which was a bad result for them. Forest can do that to teams at times when they show up. Chris Wood's on fire, which I never thought I would ever see, but he's got a strike rating better than Alexander Isak and Erling Haaland this season, which is nuts when you think about the player that was so shit, couldn't hit a barn door for us. But we've got a good chance here against Fulham. We are missing key players, more injuries on the horizons, fully enough for Newcastle United. But Anthony Gordon being back is huge for us. So this is the team that I think we'll line up with. And again, it's not got loads of changes to it. Dubravka's in goal. Emil Kraft's continuing right back as Trippier is knackered yet again. Fabian Schär, Dan Burn continues at centre-half against one of his former clubs. He looks really comfortable there. Who would have thought it? Because he's a centre-half. Lewis Hall back in at left-back. I thought he was good again against Everton. We've made a change in the midfield, and fucking hell, Eddie, please make this change. Sean Longstaff has done brilliantly for this club. He's a lovely kid, but he's on his arse. He's dead. He's killing games. His touch is shit. His movement's crap. He's offering nothing in games. He's not even coasting through games. He's not even coasting through them. He's making it worse when the ball comes near him. You've got to change it up. Start Joe Willock, Elliot Anderson, and Bruno Guimaraes, which is what we've gone for in the midfield 3. It has to be done. Anderson's the class since he's come back, and this is the kind of game Anderson can grab by the scruff of the nuts and sort something out as well. So I really hope that he starts that midfield 3. Energy, guile, and just aggression. That's what we need in that front, that midfield 3. We don't need people fucking around and losing the ball, which we've had for weeks. So get it sorted, Eddie. And the front 3 with Anthony Gordon coming back. You may think it's harsh on Jacob Murphy, but I would move Gordon over to the right, Isak through the middle, who's on fire, and continue with Harvey Barnes on the left-hand side. That front 3 is our best front 3 in this squad, even if everybody was fit, in my opinion. If they click and they get it together, they will smash Fulham. Because Fulham aren't a great side. these guys on fire could win this game for us. But it's at the other end I'm more concerned about. But as long as Paul Dummer doesn't come on and fucking suplex somebody, we might be okay. But looking at Fulham as a team and team news as well, I mean, obviously starting with us, because, you know, this is a Newcastle channel after all. So obviously we've got Anthony Gordon coming back in terms of the team news, which is great from our point of view. So many injuries, though, you can't even begin to count them. You know, Botman's out, Lascelles is out, Tonali's missing, Louis Miley's out. Hopefully Louis Miley might be back for the next couple of games. Apparently it's bruising, not a break or anything bad in his back. So that's awesome. We need Louis Miley back in this squad. I think he's brilliant on the ball and he gives you something else as well, especially with Isak. He's got a real good reading of Isak's runs as well. So the kind of ball that Isak played at Barnes, Louis can play that to Alexander Isak. So we need that lad back as well. But, you know, Wilson's out, Pope's out, Miggy's out, Livermento's done, Joe Linton's out, Trippier's out, Target's out. Honestly, it's ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous. If there was a prize for the most injured squad in the Premier League, we would surely be a shoe-in. I'm pretty sure about that. But Hall will be fine after the cramp. Gordon's coming back as well. So for me, he comes in over Jacob Murphy, who's a good impact player to have for the bench. You know, we didn't have that against Everton. You know, Murphy can come on and do something. He's got pace. You can get him behind, you can put a cross in, you can score a goal. You know, so it's nice to have those options as well. But in terms of the Fulham team, in terms of their injuries, looking at them, so, you know, they have got, I think, what we've got here, looking at them, so they've got Willian, they've got even Reid, who's a decent player, Harrison Reid, Tom Carney will maybe come into the side. Looking at their starting lineup, possibly got Leno and goal, who's not a bad keeper, Castagna, is it, I'm trying to pronounce his name, Mark's better this than I am, Adarabioyo, I think it is. Bassi Robinson, who's a decent player, that left back gets up and down. Paulina's not a bad player. Again, Reid, David Reid, he's decent. Pereira, Willian, and Muniz. So I think missing Harry Wilson would be a big blow for them, you know, if he's not in that squad, because I think Harry Wilson gives them something. He's good from dead balls. You know, he's got a great strike on him as well. I think he got injured last time he played against us. Didn't really impact the game, but I think he's a good player, you know. So if he's not playing the game, that would be decent for us, to be fair. But this is going to be a tough game. Again, you know, I'm looking at it, you know, I think Sports Mall have got us on for a score draw here, 2s each. So they feel like there's going to be goals in this game. Oh, God, it depends on what Newcastle shows up, really, doesn't it? We just never know these days. But I think looking at that starting line that we just pulled up, with its ability to get in behind with pace, you know, with that midfield three, if you play Eddie, you have to play that midfield three. Sean needs to have a break out of this team. You know, he's putting more pressure on the lad. You know, it's not fair for him either to be put in this position where he's playing so poorly and he's playing week in and week out. He's not going to play himself out of this, Eddie. He's been off form for too long. You need to put him on the bench, mate. But if we play that lineup that I've just pulled up there against this Fulham lineup with big players missing, I think we've got a chance to win this game. And I'm going to go Newcastle United 2, Fulham 1. I think we will concede. We seem to be shipping goals, and the Bradford's got cracker hands. So if someone shoots from a decent distance, he's probably just going to flap at it like a seagull nicking your chips down Whitley Bay Seafront. It'll go in the back of the net anyway. So yeah, 2-1 for Newcastle United. I'm going to go for on this one, and hopefully that will keep us in the hunt for that European spot. But let us know what you guys think in the comments below. Let us know what you think about the lineup, how you think we're going to do. Would you make any changes to what we did? Do you agree with, disagree with? We always like to hear from you. Drop us a comment, like the video to help the channel grow. If you haven't subscribed, please do that. Help us get to 7K. We're so close, so close. Help us get there, guys. It'll be absolutely awesome. I'll be back with a post-match analysis from the Fulham game on Saturday. Hopefully, I will be in a better fettle than poor Mark was against Everton on Tuesday night. You know, he thinks he's a bad luck omen, so let's just see. If I'm on for post-match and we win, maybe he's right. But anyway, still give him the love when he does the post-match. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you soon. Have a belter. Cheers.